I'm in love.
Hey guys, Ben here with Arkansas Northwoods. Out in the frozen Northwoods today, but I'm very excited to have out the Sig Sauer P229. I have only shot one of these a handful of times before, so I'm pretty excited to see how bad I can miss with it today. Let's get to it. So this is chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson. I have my 12 round magazine. Just gonna load her up here, see how bad I can miss. Very nice. Still getting used to the trigger here. These are pretty sweet pistols. I'm sure you've seen them on TV and movies, the favorite of John Casey and TV show Chuck. These are also used by a lot of federal law enforcement in the U.S. Ones I know off the top of my head are U.S. Marshals, Secret Service, and a lot of others. They either still use them or used them at one point. I know this is a favorite in other law enforcement internationally and military, but it is a pretty sweet handgun. So like you've maybe seen in some of my other videos, when I'm looking at one specific gun, I like to do an accuracy check at 21 feet with a handgun. Now that this thing needs an accuracy check, it is more than perfect for self-defense. So I'm just gonna see how good I can do with it. I know it'll do fine on its own. Here we go. Didn't lock open. That's my fault though. We'll go take a look, see how my group looks. Well, it's not my best work as always. First two shots were pretty close to right where I was aiming. I was definitely flinching on the others. This is a new gun for me to shoot. I haven't shot it a ton, just kind of taking a look at it cold turkey. Yeah, not used to the trigger, which is fantastic. I can get into that later. And it's 40 cal, which I don't do a lot of shooting of 40 cal. I'm an idiot, I know. But so that's what we're looking at. Not too bad. These are within an inch of each other. And yeah, a couple I've lynched on there. I'll see if I can do better. Let's try again. I'm gonna see if I can improve. It is very cold out. Not that I need to make excuses for myself, but I'm gonna see if I can tighten that group up. I knew I had it in me. Seriously flinched on the first shot, but that was all to bring them on nice and close. It's, yeah, about the size of my thumb. This is just engineering mastery right here. Just a fantastic firearm. It's the best way to put it. Yeah, really nice. You probably couldn't tell from the video portion of the range, but it's kind of cold out today, -3. So I'm at my reloading bench where it's nice and warm to go over disassembly and some features. First steps, we'll slide back, locks open. Here we have a factory Sig Sauer mag. See the markings on there? P229, 40 Smith & Wesson, 357 SIG, made in Italy, 12 round capacity. Now to take the slide off the frame, just flip this little captured lever down, slide release, slide comes right off. Alloy frame, full rail, very common anatomy of most single double action pistols. What we got to do is take out the guide rod. It's a pretty beefy spring. There's our 4-inch barrel. Put that all back together. You can see, yeah, not much to it. Very simple, reliable. Putting it back together. So I'm just taking it apart. Lock her open. Flip our little lever up. Scene back in. We're good to go again. I really like the decocker on it. It's a very nice feature. Notice this grip looks pretty rough,
which it is. It is very grippy like sandpaper. I love it. One thing kind of struck me about this is has a very small grip, very narrow compared to other pistols. This is kind of common with the Sig family of pistols like this, you know, the 226 and other similar looking models. But I really like it. Fits the hand well. I really like the placement of the slide release. It is where like a safety would be on a 1911, and compare it, which is can't really compare a Glock 19 to this, but you got to reach up here to release the slide. Um, it doesn't have a rail for a light, but that's definitely not a deal breaker for me. Very reliable, nice shooter. Let's get back to it.
I'm out. Very nice. So for those of you that are curious about one of these and never shot one before, let's give it a little test drive here. So we have the slide release, decocker, and our mag release. This is all right-handed, nothing ambidextrous on this. So we'll get started here. Pull back the slide, chamber around. Here is how our decocker works. It's perfectly safe, but just be extra careful. There we are. I'm going to start with a double action trigger pull to begin with on my steel target here. Very smooth for a double action trigger pull. Now that we're in single, let's keep going. There's a miss. Well, there it is. I hope you were as impressed with this pistol as I am. Special thanks to Dan for bringing this out for me today and let me run around with it. Really means a lot, and this is sweet. If you're in the market for one of these, they're not cheap, but they're worth every cent. I believe you can get them in a 9mm, 40 Smith & Wesson, and 357 Sig. We have finally hit 500 subscribers, so thank you to my subscribers. This is cool. Didn't think I'd ever get to 500. So thank you. Ben out.